I get the impression that there were more fans than there should have been who walked away unimpressed with the Dallas win in New England. Well, the Pats aren't that good. Come on, you're supposed to win by more than that. You needed a little breakdown in coverage to get a walk-off touchdown. Well, no. Well, by the way, the issues with McCarthy's clock management are still there, but whatever. And that's going to be an issue when it's an issue.
They were able to overcome them.
Again, they won the game. I use the word a lot, whether it's optics or aesthetics. I don't get overly wrapped up in that. Now, I do think there's elements like with Kansas City, who was playing so well for years. Yeah. And even in victory this year, they're not incredibly impressive. I think you could extrapolate something from that. But a team like Dallas, who was learning to try to win big, I walk away incredibly impressed to beat Belichick. He threw for almost 500 yards
he did.
Against Belichick. He ever, by the way.
He looked good. He never felt like it was getting away from him, despite the struggle that it was at times against this Patriots defense, which doesn't get a ton of credit for how well they've been playing, especially in the red zone. They're the 5th-ranked red zone team, BT. They've only given up 9 touchdowns.
In terms of touchdown percentage, number 5?
9 out of 19.
No, I didn't realize that.
So they bend, and really, when you think about it, hasn't that always been Bill Belichick's defense?
Yep.
They're going to bend. They're going to be like 18th or 20th in yards, but they're going to be top 10 in touchdowns because they bend and don't break
and turnover rate,
and they force turnovers. So. And let's not forget, this is on the road. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
This is not in Big D. This is up in New England where it's intense. The fan base is knowledgeable and loud, and the Cowboys simply just don't win up there. They got it done, and it took overtime. You got to give credit, though, to the New England Patriots and Mac Jones, who played a pretty decent game. He's a young quarterback. He's going to make mistakes, but when he gets picked off for a pick six by Trevon Diggs and then turns around and goes 70 for a touchdown, there's confidence in this Patriots team despite their 2-4 record. And I know it feels like they're not good. The Pats are still good. So I say all that because the Cowboys deserve credit for going on the road against a perennially really good team, last year notwithstanding, and taking care of business, right? You're supposed to win the game. They find a way to win the game. It was never going to be easy. I think we look at some of these other good teams, like the Cardinals or
the Rams beating up on the Giants,
or like the Ravens or whoever it may be. And we're like, oh yeah, in order to be impressive, you got to blow a team out. Most NFL games are not multiple scores. They're 1 or 2 scores if you're lucky. This is a good win for the Cowboys.
I'm with you.
The only thing that tempers it is Dak was limping off the field.
The calf injury. Well, he touched on that, and he was limping. He looked a little compromised. All right, all positive stuff. The bye week baked in obviously emboldens him to have although he's always positive. So maybe even if there was no bye week, he'd be saying the same thing. Help me out with this because your partner's been broken down for years as a weekend warrior, wannabe athlete back in the day. Every time I pulled something, and I pulled my calf, not often, thank God. Watch, I'll pull it tonight, I'm sure. But it's been on the elevation, like going to jump to take a layup or a jump shot. He said he pulled his calf on the way down,
and he landed,
which was kind of odd to me.
It was
usually
odd.
It's the explosion up,
which made me think it was his ankle.
That's kind of where I'm going.
Not his calf, but I don't know how these things manifest themselves. Like it could be an ankle injury that's pulling. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like there's swelling.
Meaning both structural or ligament. Are you convinced it's definitely soft tissue?
Yeah,
okay.
I am. Because if it wasn't, he would walk it off. Like if it's like structural, sometimes it doesn't hurt until much later. When it hurts immediately, it's usually soft tissue.
Okay.
So I think it is soft tissue. I mean, the one thing you worry about is they're getting a lot of use out of Dak Prescott. Not that he's not getting hit. I don't think he was sacked in this game. No, he was not sacked in this game. But 51 dropbacks, and I know they had to do it because of the way the nature of this game. The nature of this game was that it dictated it. But 27 carries that they had, really 28 if you count CeeDee Lamb's reverse, but 27 carries to running backs in this game and 51 dropbacks. I mean, it's a big imbalance.
It's a lot of snaps, by the way, is what it is, first of all.
Yeah, you're right. It's almost
in total.
It's almost 70 snaps. You know what I mean? Almost 80 snaps, which is a lot in the NFL, which means you're efficient and you're effective and you're getting first downs and keeping drives alive. But it is a lot of work that they're putting on a guy who, let's not forget, didn't play last year because of an ankle injury, a bad ankle injury. And, is there wear? Is there like fatigue, muscle fatigue because he didn't play any? I don't know. But I hope this isn't something that's lasting. And trust me, we won't talk about it for a week. I know some people down in Dallas will. Yeah. But it's certainly something to keep an eye on.
Yeah. I was concerned. I walk away a little, injury aside, and hopefully he's okay. I walk away a little less concerned or aware of the amount of throws, the sheer volume yesterday. I remember the Friday after the opener when he threw almost 60 times against Tampa.
Yeah.
That's where we're like, whoa, that's almost cavalier. I mean, to your point about just coming back after not playing.
And the shoulder.
Of course, all camp. But they've rectified that pretty nicely since the opener. 27 attempts, 26, 22, 32, and 51. Hey, you're going to make big money. Sometimes you got to step back and fling it 40, 50 times. And by the way, I'm okay once in a while.
Look, he's their best player. Right at this point, he's their best player. He gives them the best opportunity to win a football game. So when a game is close, like this game was, because the Patriots didn't fight. I mean, they didn't give up the fight. They kept fighting in it. You got to put the ball in the hands of your best option, and that's Dak Prescott.
That's right.
And he delivered, man. 444 yards, 445 yards, and 3 touchdowns. I mean, his completion percentage is, it's way up there. He did exactly what you wanted, your $100 million+ quarterback to do in a tough home away game. So I give him a lot of credit. You just hope he's healthy.
Yeah, no doubt. And let's face it. I mean, it's. I was going to say it's not inconceivable. I would flip that and to say it's fairly plausible when I look at this. And again, you don't want to win. That's boring. But they should win the next 3 games. Coming off the bye.
Yep.
Then they've got at Minnesota, then the Vikings, whatever. Denver, whatever. Atlanta, whatever. I mean, they'll be favored. The Atlanta game at home, they'll be favored by, 8, 9. Yeah. That might even get bet up to double figures. The Denver game at home, they'll be favored by minimally a touchdown as well. At the Vikings, they'll probably be laying 3.5. They'll be favored all 3 games.
Yeah, agreed.
By a wide margin.
Right. So as long as he's healthy, the Cowboys should be, sitting pretty come the halfway point of their season.
Yep. Then it sets up a matchup with the Chiefs. And
then it gets rough a little bit.
Chiefs, Vegas, at New Orleans. Well, doesn't get that rough. They still have the Giants on the schedule.
But both of them are on the road. Washington on the road, Giants on the road.
Now the Giants are just bad right what a stench. They had people running for the third quarter.
When there are 2 ass kickings like this in a row, you start to worry.
Yeah, you do. We talked about this the other day. I like Joe Judge, but he's the coach.
True. It's injury. It's everything. It's everything.
Well, they need a new GM. I mean, if Gettleman's back next year, Maris should lose the team. I don't know. He's not going to. He's the owner. There is no way, and I don't put you in this position because I know you worked with him and you like Dave, and I get it. I don't have anything personal, but he's been here since 2017. You need new blood, dude. He's not evaluating players properly. Well, they're not winning. I don't know if he's hiring the right coaches. Gettleman's got to go.
Yeah,
he's just got to go.
My neighborhood chat group. They were like, "What's going wrong?" I'm like, "We just missed on some big draft positions. We've just missed." It's not saying. Saquon can't always be hurt.
I know.
He's a top 5 pick.
I know.
He's always hurt, man.
I know. He's banged up all the time.
That hurts you, right?
Yep.
You got 2 tackles and Andrew Thomas and Pert who are Andrew's gotten a little bit better the last couple of weeks, but then he gets hurt. So
he was. I'll give him credit. He was playing well.
And then he gets hurt. Pert's got to go over to the left side. Yep. He's unprepared for that. He just gets run around, and Daniel Jones now is getting sagged from the blind side and fumbling. Kadarius Toney, he goes down with an ankle.
He gets hurt right away, too.
Come on, what is going on?
And he had a catch early, too. I thought he was going to play. Not that they were going to win. The Rams were going to smoke him anyway, but I don't get it. The Giants, it's just been a lost decade. Listen, say my team, too, but you guys have higher expectations.
Yes.
You're the Giants. The Giants occasionally win championships. The Giants have just morphed into an unrecognizable product.
That's right.
It's crazy, man. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell to be notified when we drop fresh content.